Welcome back to Auto Rush Pro, the channel that brings you the most powerful machines, the sharpest reviews, and the kind of automotive storytelling that keeps you locked in from the very first second. Today, we're diving deep into a legend reborn, a car that carries an iconic nameplate with a modern heart and a muscle-bound attitude. This is the all-new 2026 Chevrolet Nova SS454, a machine engineered to bring old-school American muscle into a new era of performance, precision, and pure adrenaline. And trust me, once you hear what this beast offers on the outside, the inside, and under the hood, you'll understand why the Nova 454 is shaking the muscle car world all over again. The first thing that hits you is the way this car looks. Chevrolet has clearly taken inspiration from the classic Nova designs of the late 60s and early 70s, but they've fused it with modern aggression in a way that feels natural, not forced. The stance is wide, low, and confident, almost as if the car is ready to leap forward even while standing still. The front fascia is dominated by a bold, split grille setup that brings back that unmistakable Nova character, now sharpened with LED DRL strips that cut through the air like eyes, locked on a target. The hood is a masterpiece in itself, featuring a functional cowl induction system that feeds the massive engine underneath while giving the car a dangerous, predatory edge. Every line on the 2026 Nova SS454 feels intentional. The fenders bulge just enough to remind you that big power is hiding behind those wheels. Chevrolet gives you the option of 19-inch or 20-inch forged aluminum wheels, wrapped in ultra performance. Tires designed to keep this 454 planted, even when the throttle is demanding chaos. Moving to the side, the body lines flow cleanly with muscular definition, capturing that retro soul with modern precision. The rear might be the best view of all, with quad exhaust outlets, a sculpted diffuser, and LED taillights inspired directly by the 1970 Nova SS. One tap of those brake lights and it's like history revived itself with twice the power. When you open the door, the interior hits you with a mix of modern tech and classic American muscle simplicity. Chevrolet has done an excellent job combining luxury touches with the raw spirit of a performance car. You're greeted by deep bolstered sports seats wrapped in premium leather, optionally available with Alcantara inserts and contrast stitching that adds a handcrafted feel. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed, and built for drivers who actually want to feel the road. Behind it sits a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster that can switch between classic, muscle car-inspired gauges or a futuristic performance layout depending on your mood. The center console is where old and new meet in the perfect balance. You get an updated 11.8-inch touchscreen running Chevrolet's latest infotainment system with wireless, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, integrated performance pages, and customizable drive modes. But unlike many modern cars that go all-touch everything, the Nova SS454 keeps physical knobs and switches for essentials, a decision real drivers will appreciate. You get a performance shifter with a solid mechanical feel, not a flimsy electronic toggle. The cabin uses aluminum trim, carbon fiber panels, and soft-touch surfaces throughout, giving it a serious, premium presence without abandoning its muscle car roots. The back seats remain usable, unlike some performance coupes, but they're clearly meant more for occasional passengers or gear than long road trips. The trunk space is surprisingly generous for a car built around performance, making the Nova SS not just powerful but practical enough for everyday life. The sound insulation is well tuned too, allowing the cabin to remain comfortable when cruising, yet letting just enough engine growl seep in to remind you why you bought this car in the first place. But now let's talk about the heart of the beast. Under the hood of the 2026 Chevrolet Nova SS sits a modern re-engineered 454 cubic inch V8. Yes, you heard that right. 7.4 liters of pure, naturally aspirated American muscle. Chevy brought back the 454 badge with one mission: deliver brutal power with authentic old-school character. This engine produces an estimated 640 horsepower and around 640 lb-ft of torque, making it one of the most powerful naturally aspirated V8s ever put in a production Chevrolet. The throttle response is instant, raw, and addictive. The Nova SS launches with a level of authority that feels almost unreal. For a naturally aspirated engine in 2026, 0 to 60 happens in just about 3.4 seconds, and the quarter-mile flashes by in the low 11-second range. Power delivery is linear, not turbo-spiky, giving you a smooth wave of torque that pulls hard all the way to the top end. This is the kind of engine that doesn't just make power, it makes personality. Every rev, every gear change, every downshift is a reminder that this car was engineered to stir the soul. Chevrolet offers the Nova 454, with either a 6-speed manual, transmission for purists, or a lightning-fast 10-speed, automatic for those who want maximum performance. The manual option is becoming increasingly rare in high-horsepower cars, and Chevy deserves applause for keeping it alive, especially in a car like this. Chevrolet offers the Nova 454, with either a 6-speed manual, transmission for purists, or a lightning-fast 10-speed, automatic for those who want maximum performance. The manual option is becoming increasingly rare in high-horsepower cars, and Chevy deserves applause for keeping it alive, especially in a car like this. Handling is another area where the Nova surprises people. It's not just a straight-line monster. A strengthened chassis, magnetic ride control, and a performance-tuned suspension give it the capability to carve corners with impressive precision. You feel the weight, yes, but you also feel the balance. The electric steering is responsive and sharp, and the Brembo 6-piston brakes give you confident stopping power even after repeated hard use. Whether you're cruising on the highway, pushing the car through mountain curves, or opening it up at the track, the Nova SS 454 feels poised, planted and ready for anything. Fuel economy isn't the focus of this car, of course, but Chevy has tuned the engine to ensure it's not unreasonable for daily driving. Cylinder deactivation helps during low-load cruising, and the automatic model can squeeze out respectable highway numbers considering the engine size. But let's be honest, nobody buys a 454 to save fuel. When it comes to pricing, Chevrolet has positioned the 2026 Nova SS 454 to be competitive while still feeling exclusive. The base price is expected to start around the mid-$60,000 range, making it surprisingly accessible for a car that offers this level of craftsmanship. Power and heritage. Fully loaded with performance packages, upgraded materials, and the manual or automatic options, the price can climb into the low $80,000 range. Still, for a 640 horsepower naturally aspirated V8 muscle car with modern technology and classic soul, the Nova SS offers one of the strongest value propositions in the segment today. In a world shifting rapidly toward electric cars and digital driving experiences, the 2026 Chevrolet Nova SS 454 feels like a bold statement, a reminder that raw power, mechanical emotion, and pure driving thrill still matter. It delivers the heritage that enthusiasts crave, the performance that modern drivers expect, and the attitude that only an American muscle icon can offer. This isn't just a car. This is a declaration that muscle is far from dead. If you enjoyed this deep dive review and want more high-power machine breakdowns with the same passion and precision, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to Auto Rush Pro and stick around for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.